What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. Alright, so first two games have been played between the Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets. And Philly did what they're supposed to do, take care of business at home. First game, I think they won 121-101. Game two, they struggled a lot more, but came back to 196-84. So they have a dominant, but not overwhelming, 2-0 lead in this best of seven series. After game one, Brooklyn Nets head coach Jacques Vaughn made his plea to officials, noting that there hadn't been a lot of foul calls against Joel Embiid. A lot of foul calls for him. He shot 19 free throws, converted all 19 of them in just the first two games alone. But there hadn't been a lot of fouls called against Joel Embiid. So Joel Embiid came out and said that the Nets and Jacques Vaughn are begging for free throws. Sort of in the same vein as the Toronto Raptors. So he said, I saw after the game last time, they kind of took the Nick Nurse route of begging for free throws and calling out the referees. And they did come out and they got a lot of calls, which I guess is good for them. So I guess there was an adjustment and they were calling more fouls this game, the last game as opposed to game one. But my thing is, I don't want to ever hear this dude accuse anybody else of begging. You know what I'm saying? This the same dude that I saw. Was it one playoff series? Was it the Hawks series that they lost? I remember one series, he didn't get foul calls for a couple of games. He wasn't getting to the line. And he went out and basically threw the refs under the bus saying that he wasn't getting calls. Then you come out here and you have been constantly talking about the MVP, claiming you don't care, but yet you're always talking about it, begging the NBA for the award, begging the voters essentially for the award, making your case, campaigning harder than goddamn Barack Obama did in 2008 for the MVP. But you accuse somebody else of begging for something. I don't know, man. Like, Joel Embiid just rubs me the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with wanting the MVP award or wanting it to be great. But, I mean, all you can do is just go out there and play. I mean, there's a lot of guys who I thought were MVP caliber players, but never won one. One of them was Dominique Wilkins. Another one I thought was Jason Kidd. I thought he could have won it a couple of years, one or 2 years. Kobe and Shaq should have won more. For instance, in '99, I thought Shaq should have won it. But they gave it to Karl Malone. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, you just got to play your game, let the chips fall where they may. Because what do you covet more? An MVP award or a championship? And it seems like to me, he covets MVPs and individual accolades more than championships. He wants to be seen as the best player in the league. And there's nothing wrong with that per se, but, you know, I think most guys would rather be a good player or a great player on a championship team than be the best player, or the most dominant player, but you never win. You know, like I said before, man, I think Charles Barkley and Karl Malone were turning their MVPs for a championship ring in a heartbeat. But yeah, man, this dude got no business telling anybody else they begging about anything.